I'm Jason Presser, Fairway's first team, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, loanswithpress.com, the best with press. You know what? I'm here with a very special guest, my good friend Ivy Brecker, owner of Incite Strategies, my go-to preferred credit repair specialist. Also helps that she's local. Honestly, her office is 3 blocks away from mine.
3 blocks.
So Ivory, tell me a little bit more about what led you to start Incite Strategies.
So I started Incite Strategies after years of being in financial services. I started in banking and default, working with people hit the hardest by the financial crisis, and helping them to resolve those issues, to restructure their entire financial picture when everything had been turned upside down. After things calmed down from the crisis, I transitioned into financial planning, which gave me a big wealth of knowledge that added to what I already had. I found myself being called repeatedly back to dealing with default, back to working with people who didn't know what to do and were in a position of not really knowing where to turn for advice. And that's what really led me to transition into opening Incite Strategies and working with people that needed help dealing with damage related to their credit and debt issues.
Absolutely. So when you first got into default during that financial crisis and stuff like that, were you working for a big national bank or a local regional bank?
I was working for one of the biggest banks in the country. We created processes that had never existed to do everything we possibly could to prevent foreclosures for people who had, up to 4 mortgages, had debt-to-income ratios of up to 70%, and were just trying to hang on.
Absolutely. Now, with that, were you also interacting with different, say, government agencies or different avenues like that?
Yeah, we did. We worked directly with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau in my role, and then also I worked on the Department of Justice consent orders. That happened back during the crisis when the banks had a lot of internal issues and inconsistencies with how they were dealing with default and working with consumers.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. So really, your whole resume, your whole life experiences professionally up to this point really created the perfect storm for Incite Strategies.
It did. My entire background is dealing with every different type of default, all of these different regulatory agencies, and all the changes that have happened over time when it comes to credit reporting and delinquent accounts, collection accounts, and then, of course, how to transition financially and become financially strong and wealthy.
Yeah. So I know you've helped quite a few of my clients, and they're in the process. Sometimes the process is shorter, sometimes it's longer. Some of the ones that are longer, they're out house shopping now, and they're super excited. But you recently shared that one of ours also had a huge win that was also set a benchmark for your company.
Yes. We recently had a 194-point increase in a single month for a client. It's the biggest increase we've ever had, and although that's not normal, it's definitely something to cheer about. And in the past, we've seen increases, from 50 to 100 points in a month, but 194 points is a huge win.
Oh, I know. When I first saw that, I thought it was a freaking typo.
Nope, not a typo.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So thanks for joining me, Ivory. Signing off, Jason Presser, Fairway's first team, Fairway Independent Mortgage, loanswithpress.com. We'll get you home.